Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport for today's Springbok team prediction video. Big game this weekend, the final pool game for the Springboks, an opportunity for them to try and put a bit of pressure on the likes of Ireland as well as Scotland. Ireland not involved this weekend, which means that the Springboks can potentially try and put a bit of pressure on them in terms of the pool. Ireland currently sitting on 14 points. Were the Boks to win this weekend, with a bonus point, they can get themselves up to 15 points and be on top of the log when Ireland do face Scotland in the final pool B clash the following weekend at Stade de France. So it is therefore a game that the Boks can't afford to lose, but a game where we do expect to see some rotation. Now, the good news is for the Boks is that they potentially could go full strength this weekend and they'd still get 2 weeks off. So they can afford to start more of sort of the general of sort of normal players. But at the same time, Tonga have not been brilliant so far in the tournament. We talked about how certain teams could be potential banana skin teams. Fiji, the only one really who's really sort of pushed up and looked like they could beat a tier 1 side, because they have beaten a tier 1 side. Portugal almost drew to Georgia, but not quite been able to sort of compete with the tier 1 side. So, before I give my prediction and sort of talk through what I would like to see, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. In terms of the team, or something we might see, this could be completely off, because we actually don't really know what to expect. But this is what I've gone, and I'm going to go through it a little bit and sort of just talk about sort of pick by pick, so you guys can understand what some of my thinking is. I want to know what your predictions are down in the comments below, and please do smash a like on the video as well. So, in terms of the pack, so we've only got 2 loose heads, unless you want to put Trevor Nukani in at loose head and give Stephen Kitsov the weekend off. So I do think it'll be Stephen Kitsov and Bongi Manambi, and I think Vincent Koch, who was set to start against Romania, will get some minutes this weekend. I think the thinking will be to start Stephen Kitsov and Bongi Manambi, get them through the first half, get them well ahead of Tonga, and then pull them off. I do think there'll be rotation in the second row. I think Jean Klein will start, and I think Marvin Orie will start next to him. I think that I've got a weird feeling that Sia Khaleesi starts this weekend. Maybe just a bit of leadership, get a bit of a run out as well. He is somebody who gets a lot better with game time. And he's been very good so far this tournament. But I do think that maybe 40 minutes would do him a bit of good as well. Interesting, I'd like to see Franco Moster at 7. We've seen him and he's been looking really good at lock as well. He is a player with a brilliant engine, so doesn't necessarily need the weekend off. He did get the weekend off against Romania. And so, could afford to give him some game time. But it also equally wouldn't surprise me if we were to see Pieter-Steph Toy in that number 7 jersey as well. In the number 8, I do think Duane Vermeulen will come back in and get some game time, and then I personally think it'll be a bit of a toss-up for who will start in the quarterfinal, though I think Jasper Wiese has put his hand up very much so to be in that mix there. In terms of scrum off, I think that we'll see Jaden Hendrickse and Grant Williams in the mix. I think it's the last opportunity for them to really play. It does seem that Cobus Reinach has been elevated to that sort of that top 23 at this stage. Did start against Romania, scored a hat-trick, but I do think we'll see Jaden Hendrickse and a bit of Grant Williams this weekend. And I think the big thing, obviously, is I think Handre Pollard has been confirmed that he will play in some capacity. And generally, the Bok management always like to start players who are coming back. So I do think Pollard's going to start. I think he'll try and get through 50, 60 minutes. A big asset test for him in regards to his fitness. Where does he stand? How fit is he? How sharp is he, for example? They'll need to get a lot of information on him this weekend. The 2 wings, I've gone with Marcus Orme, Pimpy, Kane, and Moody. I think Jesse Creel could use some game time next to Andre Estes. And to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if we go with the Kirk Lawrence at 14, we go with Kane and Moody at 13. I think there's a lot of different options that we could potentially go with there. In the centres, so I've got Andre Estes. I think he does play. I think that's pretty inevitable. It's just for me, it's just the outer centre. And I think Villiers will come in. I think he'll start. And I think Damien Billinson will come off the bench. I think we will go with a 6-2 split against Tonga. Big forward pack, very physical side. So we'll look to try and neutralise that. So I've gone with Dion Free, Oxenchair, Trevor Nukani as my replacement front row. Then I've gone with Arcus Neyman, Marco Van Staden, and Quagga Smith as sort of the bomb squad in inverted commas. Grant Williams, Damien Billinson are completing my bench. So that's what I think we could potentially go with. A little bit of mixture of what I think we could go with and a little bit of what I would like to see. I do think there'll be a couple of changes here. Once again, we can kind of afford to go full strength with regards to getting game time in and still building on your plans and stuff like that. But I don't think Tonga have been good enough to really warrant a panic selection and to go full strength. So if there are players you want to give time more, for example, there are players you feel like you don't need to play, you probably can afford to rest them this weekend as well. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'll chat to you soon.